Consular Communications at the FCO said, "As the ski season gets underway, we want to ensure that everyone is adequately prepared for the winter sports holiday. The research from ABTA suggests not only that not enough British nationals are checking to see they're taking out appropriate insurance before they travel, we want to emphasise the importance of taking responsibility and preparing for your trip so you can ski safe," and it's a hashtag ski safe even, "this winter and enjoy your time on the slopes." As part of the warning, the former British Winter Olympian Graham Bell has provided helpful advice on pre-departure to après-ski, and a video's been released, and the top 3 tips you can see are posted at facebook.com/John Gwynn Travel Show, and I'll go through the tips again in a second. Mark Tanzer, the ABTA Chief Executive, said, "People heading off to the slopes this winter should make sure that they are covered by the appropriate travel insurance. Winter sports holidays often include activities that may not be covered by usual insurance policies, so we would advise holidaymakers to check that they are covered for everything they plan to do. Unfortunately, accidents can happen and can lead to costly medical bills, but having the appropriate insurance means that people can rest assured that they will be adequately covered and can make the most of the slopes." So as I said, the video with Graham Bell can be found at facebook.com/John Gwynn Travel Show, and he talks through 3 of his tips, but here are the rest. At number 1, get fit for the slopes by doing ski-specific exercises that work the quads, glutes and core. Try to include balance and coordination into your workout. Number 2, if you're a first-time skier, make sure you pick a resort that is suitable and will help you to progress. Look for lots of blue runs and a beginner's area close to town. Number 3 is use the right equipment, including a properly fitting helmet. Number 4 is when you're on the slopes, make sure you use the appropriate safety equipment and familiarise yourself with the International Ski Federation guidelines so that you don't put yourself at risk of a collision. Don't forget your sunscreen. You can burn in the mountains even in the middle of winter because of the reflection from the snow. Number 6, make sure you've got appropriate footwear to use off the slopes, or get yourself a pair of rubber snow grips to put over your shoes. Number 7, keep in mind that alcohol and winter sports don't mix. The effects of alcohol are multiplied at altitude, so save it for the après-ski. And finally, if you're heading out in the evening, make sure you stick together with friends and family. Temperatures can drop dramatically at night and you don't want to end up getting lost. I'm reaching out for you now if you've been somebody who didn't have the adequate cover when they went skiing and they had an accident and they had medical bills because the e-hit card didn't cover repatriation. So the e-hit card doesn't do everything. Please, if you feel brave enough, share your story at facebook.com/John Gwynn Travel Show so we can have a reminder from somebody who didn't have insurance, the reasons why we should make sure we do have it. And when it does come to insurance, never ever lie to the insurance company when you take the policy. Give them full disclosure, tell them everything, every pre-existing condition, tweak, whatever. Yes, it will put your price up a few pounds, but if they access your medical records and they find out you've had something that you never told them about, such as a dodgy knee, and you pop it while skiing, there is a possibility they won't pay out. So not only do you have to make sure that your insurance cover actually covers what you want to do when you're away, you have to make sure they know about every little scrape, bang, twist, break, just about everything you've ever done in the past to make sure they give you the right cover for what you've got and that they won't try and pull out of it should you need to make a claim. Checking it out before you check in on the John Gwynn Travel Show on ukhealthradio.com. Last week I mentioned Airbnb's problems in Barcelona, and this week it is in 2 other European cities. The home sharing website will start enforcing limits to private home rentals in London and Amsterdam. The move comes amid complaints from some cities that the booming house sharing sector can lead to illegal hotels and contribute to housing shortages. In London, Airbnb said it would introduce new and automated limits to help ensure entire home listings in London are not shared for more than 90 days. That is, of course, unless hosts can prove that they have permission to share their space for longer. And this will come into force in spring 2017. The Dutch capital and the online rental service said they have been working together to ensure that the homeowners can only rent out properties for a maximum of 60 days a year. Amsterdam had already introduced its limit, but Airbnb said that they will enforce it from the 1st of January. Unless, of course, the owners can prove that they have a licence to rent the place out for longer. Airbnb's general manager for Northern Europe, James McCure, said, "We want to be good partners for everyone in the city and ensure home sharing grows responsibly and sustainably." Airbnb says a typical host in Amsterdam earns €3,800 by sharing their space for 28 nights a year. In London, they say it's £3,500 for sharing their space for 50 nights a year. Since the company launched in 2008, when co-founders invited travellers to sleep on an air mattress in their San Francisco loft, Airbnb has grown to be one of the world's most valuable private startups by collecting fees when private hosts rent out accommodation listed on the site. But it also run into problems with city councils and local residents concerned by the rapid rise in rentals. As I said last week, I spoke about Barcelona, and Barcelona authorities said they would fine Airbnb €600,000 for offering lodging that doesn't have necessary permits. In a story that seems to have caught out some travel experts, although not this one, as it makes sense in light of the EU regulations, and I'm pretty sure I did predict it earlier in the year, Ryanair is becoming a tour operator, and with typical Ryanair modesty and restraint, it promises it will transform the market. The airline launched a package holiday service offering flights, accommodation and transfer packages on its website. And of course Ryanair has always said that people have been paying too much for package holidays. Ryanair Holidays has been created in partnership with Spain-based tour operator Logitravel and accommodation provider Well2Meet, which is owned by the Iberostar Group. Packages will come with full consumer protection and are fully ATOL bonded and insured. Ryanair Holidays has been launched in the UK, Ireland and Germany and plans expansion into other markets beginning next year. Marketing Chief for Ryanair Airport, Kenny Jacobs, said, "Consumers have been paying too much for package holidays for years and more want to put their own package together themselves. Ryanair customers already enjoy the biggest route network in Europe, and with Ryanair Holidays they can choose from a fantastic range of 3, 4 and 5-star hotels throughout the Mediterranean and Europe's capital cities, ideal for last-minute getaways, summer family holidays, winter sun or city breaks." Be interesting to see how successful this is going to be, because some people won't fly with Ryanair because it's Ryanair. Will they fly with Ryanair because it's a cheaper holiday? Well, they don't already, even though the flights are cheap, so we'll have to wait and see how it stands at this time next year. If you have reservations, see what I've done there, about staying with Ryanair Holidays, please do share your thoughts at facebook.com/John Gwynn Travel Show. You're listening to The Travel Show with John Gwynn on ukhealthradio.com. You may not have noticed, but Christmas is nearing, and Hamburg is all dressed up for the occasion. During the Advent season, 16 different Christmas markets in the city centre will attract over 6 million visitors, which, according to the Hamburg Tourist Board, says it's going to make Hamburg the Christmas capital of the North. No other European Christmas destination offers such diversity, ranging from the elegant nostalgic, the cool erotic, the exclusive maritime and the gay lesbian markets. Of course, I have got all the names of these markets, but there's no chance of me pronouncing any of them, so you just have to take my word for it. While there are countless ways of celebrating Christmas, Hamburg's locals are well acquainted with traditional Christmas carols such as Silent Night. During the Advent season, this classic German song can be heard at Christmas markets across the city. The port city of Hamburg is Germany's most international, cosmopolitan and multicultural city. And if you listen closely at one of the Christmas market's mulled wine stands, you will find that this popular song is actually being sung in various different tongues. What results is a festive Holy Hamburg Christmas carol, sending Hamburg's seasonal greetings around the world. To experience the Hamburg Christmas feeling, visit www.hamburg-tourism.de/Christmas, or you could visit the social media using the hashtag Holy Hamburg. Here you can also find information on Hamburg Christmas markets, the typology of Christmas characters, and you might identify yourself with one, as well as stories, background material on the protagonists who illuminate Hamburg each year in the run-up to Christmas. And also they say, don't forget that Christmas is also about fine dining. Therefore, hashtag Holy Hamburg also aims to investigate the taste of Hamburg at Christmas. I've not been to a European Christmas market ever, even when I've been in Europe at that time of year. This doesn't appeal to me, but I know for many people they're a wonderful thing. They enjoy doing it. Are you a Christmas market fan? If so, which is your favourite? Which one would you never go back to again? Please share at facebook.com/John Gwynn Travel Show. Sticking with Christmas, this Christmas Heathrow has given every passenger the chance to have their own heartfelt reunion in arrivals, just as teddy bears Doris and Edward did in the Christmas film. To celebrate these tender moments, the airport has partnered with prolific London-based street artist Ben Ean to create a wide range of personalised banners for family and friends to make the greeting their loved ones extra special this year. The limited edition banners will be available to pick up at Heathrow for a week from Tuesday the 6th of December, when Ben Ean, however you say, E-I-N-E, will be customising the prints for people waiting to welcome loved ones home this Christmas. Family and friends can pick up a banner at all terminals until the 10th of December or online over the Christmas period. So I guess most of you listeners will be getting the online versions. All donations for the personalised banners will go to Heathrow's charity partner, Oxfam. Commenting on the upcoming launch, the artist said, "I'm always travelling and spend a lot of time in airports, so I know what it feels like to get a personal welcome home. I wish I got more of them. I love being able to communicate through my artwork, and I'm looking forward to helping to put a smile on the faces of people arriving into London Heathrow this Christmas." Heathrow Head of Passenger Experience, Fiona Carlton, said, "We are looking forward to the welcoming over 2.5 million people over the Christmas period and making their journey extra memorable. We hope the banners not only give our passengers a welcome home to remember, but that the families and friends greeting them have a little extra something to make the experience special too." Over 1,000 people visit Heathrow each month just to give their loved ones an extra special welcome. I'm a bit surprised. I thought it would have been a little bit more than that. But anyway, there's 3 banners to choose from: Welcome Home, Love You and Missed You, all of which Ben will add the name of the person being greeted using his iconic and colourful fonts. So I say you can pick up a banner up until the 10th of December, or you can download them throughout Christmas season at http://your.heathrow.com/welcome home. Travel advice now from the British Consulate in South Africa, but it can apply anywhere. So I'm going to go through it now. And it's not what you think. You may be heading to South Africa's coastline this winter, as it's the South African summer holiday. While enjoying the sea, sun and sand, it is good to keep in mind the dangers of rip currents while swimming at your favourite beaches. So here's some information on rip currents. How to spot a rip current. If there's a break in the incoming pattern of waves, water in a surf zone that is a different colour, often darker than surrounding water, seaweed bubbles or debris moving out of the sea through the surf zone, and isolated turbulent choppy water in the surf zone. If avoidance fails, means you're caught up in the rip current, stay calm, do not panic. Swim slowly parallel to the shoreline, or relax and let the current take you away past the breakers until it slacks, and then swim parallel to the shoreline before using the waves to carry you back to the beach. Float on your back and wave one arm for help. Rip currents, it reminds us, are not an undertow. They will not pull you under the water. So as long as you can tread water or float, you will be safe until you can escape the flow and head back to the beach. Maintain a slow and relaxed swimming pace until you reach the shore or until assistance arrives. Other tips given are: talk to the lifeguards on duty about rip currents before getting in the water. Never swim alone. There's nothing wrong with making young children even, wear appropriate life jackets to play in the surf. That doesn't mean that you can leave them alone, but it will make them safer. Discuss rip currents and how to deal with them with your children. Swim only at beaches where lifeguards are on duty. And make sure that your local